before we start today's podcast, we just wanted to let you guys know that you can support our podcast on Patreon.
Yes.
Sorry. I started reading your bit as well. I was just reading the whole thing.
Stop taking my lines. Yes, for a few £1 each month, you can receive exclusive behind-the-scenes content, our outtakes, some free merch, etc., etc.
Yep, all of that, and you get to support us in doing this. You'll help with GMZ doing all the things that we do, like make the podcast, pay for the hosting, and all those freebies we give away in the group. You'll be paying for all that.
Yes, because it costs money. It does. But, if you can't do it, it's cool. It's fine. We'll still be making GMZ anyway. But thank you for listening. And now let's get on with the podcast.
Yes. Good morning, Zompak.
Eking that out of it. Good morning, Zompak, and welcome to the 5th episode of Season 3.
The 5th episode, like the 5th wave, that really awesome, awful film. How did we get to episode 5? How did that happen?
Well, there's been 5 Fridays where you've bothered me over Skype, and we've managed to record something for people to listen to. That's how it's happened.
Oh, that's... to be fair, Bex, I knew how we did it. I just can't believe that we've got there so quick. It's like... I feel like, spring has sprung. I feel like we're here already in the middle of the year or the first quarter of the year. It's snuck up on me, I've got to be honest.
Have you seen the weather outside? Spring has definitely not sprung. But it's gone quick because, talking to me is the best thing ever for you.
Yes, for me. Yes, obviously.
For you.
For me. This is the highlight of my fortnight.
It is.
I dream of these moments. I lay awake at night waiting for them, and then when I finally do fall to sleep in the wee small hours, this is what I dream of. The moments when I can sit down at Skype with a microphone and talk to Rebecca in Manchester.
Oh, getting my full name and everything.
Yeah, because that's how I dream about you. I don't dream about you as Bex. I dream about you as Rebecca. You're slightly more formal in my dreams.
I don't want to say where my mind went. Then just stop it.
No, you're slightly more formal. You're wearing like an old-fashioned Victorian nurse's outfit and sort of spectacles and sort of sensible
I've got
shoes.
Those belts and the hats.
That's it.
Sensible shoes.
Like Florence Nightingale. That's how I picture you. Like a Mancunian Florence Nightingale. Going around the world spreading disease. I mean, curing disease. So wait, anyway, Florence, what have we got planned for this week? What's on the agenda for the 5th wave of GMZ?
The 5th wave. Well, I thought, because since it went down so well last week, or well, last time I recorded, it wasn't last week, it was the week before, I thought we could carry on reading A Zombie Ate My Panties, because I want to find out what happens next with Zeke.
Ooh, let's find out what happens with Zeke. So, let's do Zombie Ate My Panties. Right, so Zombie Ate My Panties. Bex. Right, but before I get it wrong, what is the author's name?
Jocelyn Dex.
Jocelyn Dex. Right, so she's a wonderful human being, and we've been messaging backwards and forwards. She wrote a wonderful book called Zombie Ate My Panties.
She's been very receptive to us reading her book on a podcast, hasn't she?
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, we're a couple of English people. She doesn't know us from Adam, and she just let us read her book out to the general public, and sort of have a few laughs at the same time, which I think is incredibly generous. So not only did she write this wonderful book, she lets us read it on this podcast, which is wonderful. Where are we up to so far? I can't remember where did we get up to? So
last week, last podcast, we finished it with. She went to pull his trousers down, and as she came back up, she became face to face with his hard-on, and she told him to stop it.
Oh yes, because they made eye contact, as it were.
Literal eye contact.
Her eyes were met with his eye.
Optic nerve to urethra.
Yes. Oh, we're already into the medical terms, people. we had him in.
I can't help it. It's like a disease.
It is. Okay, so let's carry on. Zombie Ate My Panties. He thrust his hips forward and wiggled his dick around in front of her, and then smacked it against her cheek.
That means she have a bruise. Like, how hard did he smack it against the cheek? Has she got a black eye now?
Let me.
Can you imagine going down the police station and say, "I've been a victim of domestic violence. Look at my eye. I've got a black eye." And they say, "What did he do?" He smacked his dick in my face.
Yeah, but I mean, they wouldn't. The police wouldn't accept that because obviously she's got a zombie in her house that's been placed there by the IRA, and they know that she has a tranquilizer in the house to deal with domestic abuse situations.
Right, I see.
So they're gonna say, well, why are you
tranquilize him?
Well, you didn't tranquilize him. Why are you putting your cheek next to his
dick?
Yeah, that's what they're going to say. So I don't think that's going to work. I think she's just going to have to live with a black eye, maybe cover it up with a bit of makeup, tell friends that she fell down the stairs.
Or, got hit by the cupboard door or something.
Yeah, got hit by the cupboard door. I think she's just going to have to live with that. I mean, I'm guessing it sounds a bit like this. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's more like that. I don't know. What do you think?
I can't... I'm trying to get anything I can use.
Yeah, see if you've got a Savaloy around the house that you can...
I don't have a Savaloy. They don't do Savaloys in Manchester. I was bitterly disappointed when I was pregnant.
Oh, really? I mean, for American listeners, a Savaloy is like a weird red sausage thing that would make a perfect penis-slapping cheek noise.
It would.
But they don't do them in, obviously, other countries other than England, as far as I'm aware. And, obviously, they don't do them in Manchester.
They don't do them in the north.
They don't do them in the north. They prefer a pie, apparently.
We have normal sausage, just not Savaloys.
Yeah. Anyway, right, let's carry on with the book now. We've sidetracked onto Savaloys.
It's just how this podcast goes.
Certainly is. 1 minute it's a penis in the cheek, the next minute it's a Savaloy around the face. Anyway.
That'd make a really good tagline for a book.
That would. That's a blurb. I've just wrote a blurb. I said I was rubbish at blurbs. It turns out I'm a genius.
You're really good. Yeah.
I'm really good, yeah. She grabbed his balls and put just enough pressure on them to let him know she was serious. I said, stop.
How much pressure is serious pressure? Is there a PSI rating?
Any type of pressure is enough to know that you're being serious. Take it from
okay.
me. I'm just gonna give you a man's eye view on this. Any type of pressure, the smallest amount of pressure, any type of pressure is enough to go, I'm in a serious situation right now.
Okay, cool. Just so I know.
Okay. He moan-wowed, but let go of her head. He moan-wowed.
Which head?
What's a moan-wow?
Woo!
Oh, yeah. He but let go of her head. When she finally got him in the shower and wetted down, she laved him up with an earthy, manly body wash while he fondled her breasts.
No, let's see. We've just gone from, 0 to breast fondling so quickly.
Well, it wasn't 0. It was cheek.
It was penis in the face, I suppose.
It was, yeah. There wasn't a leap. There was, straight to penis in face to fondling breasts. So I don't think it was.
But it was just, I thought she was just going to give him a wash, and she's there just like, oh, he's fondling my breasts again. I don't care. Let's just get under his armpits. Let's get his crack.
I like his earthy, manly body wash. Earthy.
Yeah.
It's a little
like mud in a bottle.
Like smear it on. Oh, I can smell the farm. Like,
manure.
Oh, is that manure? She'd stopped fighting that during shower time. Oh, so she used to fight. She
used to fight, but now she doesn't.
I think we need to come back to what we said originally. If you want to shower someone, if you're showering your dog or your pet hippo or wherever it is, you don't get in the shower with them and strip off, do you? That's weird.
No, you just put them in the shower.
She wouldn't be having that fight if she put him in the shower and
just stood on the outside, fully clothed, showering him down.
It was pointless, and besides, it turned her on. See, that's the truth of it.
Ah,
that's the truth.
Right, so actually she likes it.
She likes it. That's the truth. Even though the IRA never come right out and said, have sex with your zombie, they did make it clear that you were supposed to train them in everything and to do everything with them. Oh, so they must mean fuck a zombie.
I'm just wondering, the leaflet, was there a leaflet given?
With little stick figures of of a zombie biting you with a cross through it. No, that's bad. Zombie,
Zombie fondling your breasts in the shower.
That's fine. That's a tick.
That's a tick.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is so she could be training him in sexual exploits, but what she likes isn't what Cassandra down the road, like. So, you know, he could go and run off with Cassandra, and she's going to have to teach him all over again because, let's face it, you know, she's taught him crap.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they're fairly pliable, though, don't they? I mean, it's not like he's going to complain too much. He might moan wow occasionally. He might do that. But, you know, he's not going to write a letter. He's not going to write a letter to the IRA telling them about his dissatisfaction with his first, what should we call her, slave owner.
She didn't teach him right.
My first dominatrix wasn't enough for me. I would like to complain about the quality of the ball squeezing. He's not going to write a firm letter that way. Anyway. When she was satisfied with his cleanliness, she got under the spray of water and started on herself. Of course, when she turned her back to him, he moulded his body against hers, his cock nestled in the crack of her ass. Sorry, ass is a difficult word for me to say.
It is.
Yeah, do you agree? Do you have problems with that word?
I do.
Yeah? What's your problem with that word?
But it's just, it's arse, isn't it? It's arse.
Yeah.
It's arse, for one. But also, I'm trying to figure out the logistics of things. So, like, has he parted the arse cheeks and, like, put it in there?
I don't know.
Or
It's
gently
nestled.
Rested it on top.
I think you'll find it's nestled. It's been that was the expression. His cock nestled in the crack of her arse, nestled like a baby bird sitting atop a branch. He's covered in leaves. He's nestled in there.
That's what the earthy scent is.
Yeah. Like that. He ground it against her until he found a rhythm, sliding it up and down. One of his hands gripped her breasts, and the other snaked between her legs.
Oh, snaked like a python.
Like a python. I'm a snake.
Which is like one of those snake charmers, like do 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 do.
Oh, really? We're doing a sort of jazz episode, are we, this week? That's good.
Well, how does a snake charmer sound?
I don't know,
with
but
the flute.
the experimental jazz was really up my street. That really did it for me. I was getting
cool.
into it.
That's cool. Do you want me to nestle my dick in your ass crack? Does that do it for you too?
I don't know.
Just the experimental jazz.
I'm not sure about the nestling. Nestling is not always my first go-to when my ass crack is concerned. Anyway, we have more ass crack on its way.
Sorry.
His fingers fumbled around her clit as he humped her ass crack, and before he knew it, she was wet. Because you're in the fucking shower!
She's in the fucking shower, is she not already wet?
Her body yearning for orgasm.
Fair enough. Yearn! Yearning!
Now,
I'm yearning!
I can see you're an expert in all things orgasm there, Bex. That's exactly the noise of a young woman yearning for orgasm. Yearn! I'm surprised you're not an expert on a podcast. You should have a sexual expert podcast just for yourself to tell people how it's done. How the Manchester women attract the male. Yearn!
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, yearn! I'm crying.
Well, don't cry. It's not sad. It's interesting. She never thought she'd be attracted to someone who couldn't string a sentence together.
To be fair, that probably makes him more sexually appealing because you just like can shag and just fuck him off, can't you? You don't have to have a conversation with him after.
You are an expert. I didn't realise that you had so much wonderful knowledge to share with our podcast listeners. You are an expert. It's wonderful. And couldn't string a sentence together and craved her flesh for dinner. But he was undeniably gorgeous. And the more he progressed, the more he grew on her.
Like a genital wart.
So obviously, what she's saying is she doesn't care if he's thick as two planks, as long as he's a good-looking chap, and
he gives good loving.
That's all she cares about.
And keeps a yearning.
Yearn. He continued groping around between her legs, just groping around,
just like pouring like a bear,
like a blind mole trying to find his way home after a night out.
Like a drunk blind mole.
continued groping around between her legs, so she placed her hand over his and guided him to touch her the way she needed. They'd done this many times, but he always seemed to need a refresher course. Who doesn't? Who doesn't need a refresher course? I mean, I remember I did my first health and safety course back in '93, and to be honest,
so you definitely need a refresher course. Then.
Yeah, you need to top up, don't you? You need to top up your course. I mean, I'm sure that's true of everybody.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got my resuscitation training on Wednesday, so
yeah,
that's me topping up.
No, you should top up a little bit. Anyway, that's all the admin out of the way. He's had his little refresher course.
Yeah.
Maybe he got certified. Who knows?
Do you think he's done a little pre-course evaluation?
Maybe.
Post-course evaluation, sorry.
Well done, Zeke. Here's your certification in how to...
Just write your own name on that, Zeke.
How to participate in female masturbation. There you are. You can get a merit badge. Get a badge. There we go. His strong strokes quickly had her panting, her thighs quivering. Yeah, Zeke, that's good. That sounded wrong. You do it. You're a woman. You do it. Go on.
I'm just going to go, yearn! Yeah, Zeke!
Yeah.
Yearn!
I do Zeke. Good. Good. He's like Captain Caveman.
Like
Captain Caveman! Good.
Yearn!
He panted against her ear. Like that.
Again, like a dog. They're both like fucking dogs.
They are. Maybe this... Oh, that's the twist. That's the twist at the end. I can foresee it with my foresight. We're going to get to the end, and it turns out that they're two dogs. They're not human beings at all. And then it's like Lady and the Tramp, and they're going to share spaghetti.
Aww.
And then you think, oh, that's not weird at all. Maybe that's why he had a muzzle. That's why he had the muzzle.
Oh, that's why he had the muzzle.
Oh,
We've seen through Jocelyn's plot line here.
Zeke's a chihuahua. Oh, not. He's not a chihuahua. Not with that size. No. It's a beautiful penis.
Like a Great Dane.
Yeah, obviously it's a big manly German Shepherd penis. That's not the German like a shepherd is German. That's the dog.
Okay.
All right. I haven't looked at any German person's penis. I wouldn't know.
Or a German Shepherd dog penis.
I haven't looked at either, if I'm honest. I was just thinking they're a good-looking dog, aren't they? They're a big, stern dog. Anyway, that's enough of that.
You just carry on with your dog loving. That's fine. We know where your is lying out.
Who took a bath with their dog? I remember the last episode when we was discussing taking a bath with their dog.
I didn't take a bath with the dog. The dog jumped in the bath.
Yep. That's exactly what they all say. He just jumped in.
He just jumped in.
Just jumped in. Couldn't help it. There he was. She grasped... Oh, she didn't grasp. She gasped when he suddenly shook off her hand and shoved two of his large fingers deep inside her. Well, he's definitely not a dog. He'd have balls.
Now, see, that sounds painful.
Large
What if he hadn't cut his fingernails? That's a good way of getting a second-degree tear, that.
Why did you have to go there? He sounds like he's got fingers like a bunch of bananas,
It does, yeah.
Like a what do you call it? Like a plumber's bag, like a big
Savaloys.
Like a bunch of Savaloys. All the Americans are going to be googling Savaloy later, and Google's going to wonder why Savaloys are ranking so high.
Has jumped up in popularity.
Why are Savaloys trending? Let's get some more. Let's order some more. Okay, this is getting weird now. He fucked her with his fingers, rough and hard, as his hips jerked erratically behind her.
I'm just imagine he's doing kind of like an Elvis dance behind her.
Finger fuck.
Finger fuck.
Oh look, that's actually the next line. Ready? His grunts. His grunts. His grunts. Weren't exactly sexy. But combined with everything else happening, the hips jerking and the finger fucking and the rough, big, extra large hands, with everything else happening, and knowing it was a sign he was close, drew her closer to the edge.
Like the edge of the cliff? The edge of sanity?
I think the edge of sanity.
Okay.
Her muscles clenched hard around his fingers.
Oh, she's not letting him go or something. He's going to get sucked up there at this rate.
As her body came apart. What?
Oh, that's fucking messy. At least she's in the shower.
Yeah. It was a good thing he had a death grip on her, or she would have crashed to the shower floor.
I don't want anyone having a death grip on my vagina.
Well, he did with his 2 giant fingers.
That just sounds painful.
Wow.
Like, you know when Darth Vader does the death grip?
Yeah, like that, but we've actually...
I don't want that down below.
No. Well, maybe some people like it. Who knows? Here's one of my favourite words in all of literature, coming up very shortly.
Okay.
A few more jerking thrusts against her ass, and he wowed and spurted hot cum on her back.
I hate the word cum. I just hate it.
It's not a nice word, is it? I'm going to be honest. It may be a sexual word, and maybe if I said the whole last paragraph in one sentence, it would have been sexual. But cum is just a horrible word. It's just like...
It makes me like dither, like...
Yeah. I'm going to read the whole sentence in one go. You ready? I'm going to go. Okay. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to see if I can make it sound more appealing.
Okay.
Her muscles clenched hard around his fingers as her body came apart. It was a good thing he had a death grip on her, or she would have crashed to the shower floor. A few more jerking thrusts against her ass, and he wowed and spurted hot cum on her back. Did that improve the word at all? No?
No. Because I just like imagine like a...
Yeah, that's all I think.
A big mess.
Yeah.
It's a good thing she's in the shower again.
Good thing. That's why it's in the shower. Yeah. She gave him a minute to recover, and just as she was about to turn her back to turn to the water to clean off the mess, he bit down on her shoulder. Ow! She elbowed him hard. Sorry, I turned...
Elbowed him hard?
Yeah.
She elbowed him hard.
I turned into a cockney again.
You did.
Hi. Ow! She elbowed him hard. No biting.
Oh, he's nibbling. Having a bit of a nibble now.
He
gets a bit hungry after he's spurted cum on her.
Yeah. He wants to pop down the calf.
He wants to pop down the calf for a bacon balm.
A bacon what?
Balm.
I don't know what that is. No. They're not real things. So we have regular words down south, like roll. Like you had a bacon roll. Regular.
Yeah, to be fair, there's bacon roll in Birmingham. I've been in Manchester too long, you say.
Just making up words. You can pretend that you have these words up there, but I know you're making them up.
Yeah, just make them all up.
Mm-hmm. He stopped before taking a chunk out of her, but shivers run down her spine when he clicked his teeth together next to her ear. Do the teeth clicky thing. Go on. Hungry. That's what he said. Hungry.
Hungry. It's like me in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Hungry.
She made quick work of rinsing off, toweling them dry, dressing, and getting to the kitchen. Well, that was quick work, wasn't it? That was all quick. In one sentence with like 15 commas. She slapped a steak in the frying pan, seared it on both sides, and set it on a plate and cut it up for him. He needed to learn to do it himself, but she wasn't ready to give him a knife. No,
I wouldn't give him a knife
either. But she is ready to jump in the shower and let him finger fuck her with a giant finger.
And let him have a death grip on her vagina.
Well, you got to take your baby steps, isn't it, Bex?
Baby steps. Today, vagina death grip. Tomorrow, cutlery.
That's the new blurb for the book. That's amazing. That's my favourite line of the whole book. Today,
it's not even in the book.
I know. It's amazing. It oozed blood. That's the steak, not her vagina. It oozed blood.
I'm not surprised the vagina's not oozing blood after the fucking death grip.
It oozed blood and totally grossed her out. But he loved it. He shoved his face to the plate and started chowing. Use a fork, Zeke, remember? And I think that's where we shall leave it for today.
Yeah.
I think we had... a pleasant experience, we could call it that. Obviously, we had a sex scene today in our zombie porno. Zombie ate my panties. How was it for you, Bex? How did you enjoy it?
My face is very red.
Is it? Or what?
I'm very flushed.
Oh, it sounds like you've had a good time. I did a good job there, I feel.
You did do a good job.
Yeah, good. I did. I'm a typical man. Once we're finished and we're complete, I do need a little bit of, confidence building. Yeah, I need a little bit of praise. Well done, Marc. Excellent. Good job. Well done.
Well done. Good job reading.
Good job reading.
There was a lot of ass. There was a lot of ass in that chapter.
What? How do I fit in your top 10? Could I get
10?
10. Excellent. I feel really good about myself now, so I'm off to have a cigarette and maybe lie down. So that was another episode. We did another episode. That was episode 5. That was good.
We did. And I know we didn't have an author interview this week, but I think that people are going to enjoy our rendition of A Zombie Ate My Panties.
They are.
Running commentary.
And in fairness, we have a big star coming up in the next week or so.
We do. Should we tell him? Should we tell him who it is?
Yeah, you can tell him who it is. I'll do a little run-up and you can do like the announcement, as it were. So, okay. Obviously, when we first started this podcast, there was someone we really wanted to get on, and that was George Romero, and that was who we was aiming for, because obviously Bex was a huge fan of all the Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all those movies and stuff. So, and then we did the Weekend of the Dead show, and we met lots of stars from there. So we really wanted to, but unfortunately, our hero passed away, and we did a special episode about it. But now we get a chance to kind of bring someone in who's really important to us, and he's going to carry on what George does. So, Bex, who have we got coming on to our podcast next week?
We have got George Romero's son, George Cameron Romero.
Yeah. So
how awesome is that?
And he's going to talk about what he's doing, which is Rise of the Living Dead, or whatever his next project is, his movie project, that he's going to carry on the Romero name. So he's going to come.
Yeah, he's kind of stepping into his dad's shoes and carrying on the Romero name.
Yeah.
Which is great. I love that. I love it because I love that he's carrying on the Romero name, because I'm a really big fan of the films. I'm a big fan of George Romero, obviously. Oh, what the fuck am I trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say. Just try and say it.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're looking forward to it, and that's important. We're all looking forward to it. So next week we're going to have a big star. That's going to be next Friday. We're going to record that, so you're probably going to get that like on Monday, the following Monday.
Yes.
So that'll be cool. We're really looking forward to that interview. It's going to be a big interview for us. What else have we got to tell you about what's coming up? So in the next few weeks we have our book's going to be finished. We've got a new book, which is called The Queuing Dead, which is like a riff on The Walking Dead, but from a British perspective.
I can't wait for this. It's going to be brilliant. I'm so excited.
Amazing authors already involved in this. Lots of really good submissions. Duncan Bradshaw, who is an absolute comedy genius when it comes to zombies.
He is. He's so funny.
He's so funny, and he knows his zombie stuff inside out. And he's going to do one of the submissions, going to do a story for it. Matt Hickman is obviously part of the GMZ team. He's obviously involved. Myself, I've got a story that's going in it. So that's going to be cool. Just to give you a little teaser, my story is called Tailors versus Zombies. That was the working title, and I couldn't be bothered to think of an actual title. So now it's the actual title.
I think Tailors versus Zombies is brilliant.
Oh, good.
We need more things versus zombies.
Yeah, I know. Would you remember when we had Matthias Hohen on, and we was talking about Cockneys versus zombies? And
he was so passionate about Cockneys and zombies. It was great.
Yeah, it was. And we was talking about doing a whole series of, Cockneys versus monsters, or
Manx versus zombies.
Yeah, and all these type of versus things. And I thought that was a really good idea. So I run a bit with that. So that book's coming out. We've also got GMZ Live in your neck of the woods.
We do. That's the bank holiday weekend in August, so it's on the Sunday. Sunday, the bank holiday weekend, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it the Saturday or Sunday?
It is the Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday night. There are tickets still available. You can buy them online. Lots of the authors involved, and there's about 10 or 11 authors going to be there. Lots of the authors involved are also giving away free tickets, so they all have an allocation of free tickets to give away, so you can obviously get some off those guys. We also have some GMZ tickets available, so they're going to be available to give away later in the year as well. Yeah,
I think we should do a competition for a couple of tickets to GMZ Live.
Sure, no problem. We can do that next week. We'll have a competition. When we do the Romero episode, we'll have a competition for GMZ Live as well.
Yes, that sounds like a plan. What else? Oh, we're going to Weekend of the Dead again this year, remember?
Oh, we are. We're doing Weekend of the Dead this year, and Weekend of the Dead's going to be bigger and better. That's in...
It's going to be so awesome.
The first week in November, that's actually happening in Manchester again, and that's at the Pendulum Hotel.
See, the best things happen up north.
They do. I have to go all the way up north to find stuff. So I'll be travelling up to Manchester again this year, and I'll be in the Pendulum Hotel, and it's going to be there 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday, and obviously we're going to have all the Romero stars there again, plus there's going to be a whole bunch of us. So there's a whole bunch of GMZ crowd going. So there's us, obviously, GMZ, it's me, Bex, and probably some of the other team as well, like Matt and stuff. And then Duncan Bradshaw's going to be there, who we was just talking about. He's got his own stand there.
Is Ricky Fleet coming?
Ricky Fleet is coming. So
He's coming.
So those guys are going to be there. So there's going to be a whole bunch of like the GMZ crowd, and obviously people coming to see Ricky, people coming to see Duncan and stuff. So
I'm well excited.
It's going to be really, really exciting. We're going to get very drunk.
Yeah, and if you want to keep up with the exploits of the planning of GMZ Live and Weekend of the Dead and everything, come over and join our Facebook page. It's just Good Mornings on Pop. We have a page and a group. You can join both, but the interesting stuff happens on the group.
It does, and we do all the competitions and we do all the fun stuff in the group. So join the group and we can keep you up to date. And that's it for this episode.
That is it.
Fantastic. I'd like to thank you, Rebecca, for once again being my glamorous co-host and making...
Okay, Marcus.
Yes, Rebecca. I feel like we should start using full names.
I get my full name at work at the moment.
Oh, yeah. That means...
So everybody's like, Rebecca, could you just... And I'm like...
Yeah. Sounds a bit shit. Yeah. Sounds like you're in trouble. Do they not like you?
No, they like me. It's just because my name's like Rebecca on the off duty. I don't get Bex or Becky. No. It's just Rebecca.
Rebecca. Hello.
I nearly didn't turn around the other day. I was like, what's Rebecca?
Never heard of them.
Never heard of her.
So yeah, I'd just like to say thanks to Bex for being awesome as usual. I'd like to say thank you to Jocelyn for being amazing and letting us use your work again. And thank you to everybody who's obviously listening to our podcast, and thank you to everybody supporting us on Patreon.
Yes, thank you very much. Without you, GMZ would be shite.
It'd still be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be.
I just thought I'd make people feel good.
Yeah, no, we just boost you up a little bit before we knock you down.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster listening to GMZ. Thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.